Hello, welcome everyone. I am here today with a very special person to me because I have learned a lot over the past, I think over a year, maybe a year and a half since we have been working together, studying together, learning and brainstorming together. I'm Dr. Velázquez, and for me, there is no professional knowledge without you, Kelly, and without many people like you, my programs would not exist. So I want to welcome you and thank you so much. And today we are going to share a little bit in an educational manner. How do we do self-investigation when we have any kind of discomfort? My programs, they focus on the four networks, the four networks that comprise our experience, which are thoughts, cognitive network, everything in the mind, physical body and sensations and movements, and emotional network or limbic system. And then the fourth one is spirituality, society. So we're going to talk about them. Kelly, do you want to introduce a little bit yourself? Do you want to say anything about yourself, or do you want us to start talking about the main factors that we're trying to discover today?
Thank you. I would just like to get straight into it, please.
Okay. And are we talking about the commonest? I think is still the commonest complaint that we human beings go to the neurologist with, which is headaches. Are we talking about headaches today?
Yeah, headaches and migraines.
Headaches, migraines. I have had headaches and migraines since I was a child. Most likely you have had them since your teenager or younger years. Kelly, when did you start having?
Early 20s.
Early 20s, early 20s.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be talking a little bit about how your head, this area, has been feeling lately. And by using you and me, we're going to share with the world how we do self-investigation. Maybe the first thing that we should do is just get in touch with the scalp, the shoulders, right? Or maybe the first thing that we should do is just to get in touch with emotions that you could be feeling and naming a few. Or maybe your mind is having some thoughts. Maybe there are some thoughts around the conversation and being online. Maybe there are some thoughts about the headaches. Where should we start? What are you feeling?
Physically, like a bit tense, but like emotionally, I guess a bit anxious as well.
Let us take a moment to recognize how important it is to be able to be in touch with ourselves, and you have done it physically. You recognize that you're a bit tense and emotionally a bit anxious. Kelly, do you feel like this? You feel like just now because we're having this online education, or do you also at home in your day to day, do you feel a little bit the tension, energy in your body, anxiety? Are these experiences that you have sometimes?
Yeah, a lot of day to day, especially with like my shoulders and the top half of my body. I think it's because I've spent so many years in an anxious state. It's just like almost normal for me to be like a bit hunched over and like not be able to move my neck. But I will say one thing, I got a memory pillow this week and like the improvement in my neck already, like there's definitely something there. I don't know how it works, but I thought I'd give it a try and it's definitely a bit looser.
Excellent, excellent. And look how you gave me also your thoughts, how you, with your conscious awareness, you notice your mind, and the interpretation, the habit of the mind. I have spent so many years, right, in this kind of tense, and we know the world is a stressful place. So many of us spend many years rushing in traffic, or working on, or the bus, or family members, or childcare, paying the bills. Many of us. This is a common experience for the modern human being. So your mind recognizes that. So many years of tension and anxiety. The fact that you recognize that is giving us the opportunity to change. The fact that you got a memory pillow, and that feels good for the body and the neck, also give us the opportunity to ingrain the change. I don't think you're the same person as a couple years ago, right? You're learning, you're so much more aware. So find in your body, in this new moment of realizations, of improvement, find some areas where that is reflected. See if you can find any areas where the tension, maybe because of the memory pillow, maybe because of your understanding, some areas where you're feeling a little bit softer, looser, relaxed, open, spacious. Maybe take a couple deep breaths, maybe close your eyes, maybe move your neck and see what is different, what will be different from now on.
I think having the freedom to move a lot more easily is quite nice.
Now, when you say having freedom, I, over here, I am sensing, yes, the freedom of movements. I want to know a little bit more about that. Specifically, where are you noticing this freedom of movement? Name the body parts where you're noticing this freedom. And you can move and feel it. And tell me the body parts, maybe neck, maybe shoulders, maybe chest, maybe mouth, maybe scalp, maybe forehead, maybe eyes, maybe arms.
I think it would be the neck and my legs because like I've moved them in loads of different ways the last couple of days and I didn't even realize it until you like start to think about what's going on. Oh, maybe that as well.
Yes, yes. Now, how would it be to kind of close your eyes and feel it deeply and say, we're doing it, we're more free to move, we're looser, we're relaxed. We will continue kind of a mind-body talk where you connect to the neck and to the legs and you say like, wow, we're changing and we will continue to change. And maybe images will appear of new things that you can do for your body, for your head, for your health, for your well-being. But close your eyes for a moment. If it's okay and comfortable, if it's not nice, let me know and don't do it. Breathing and talking to yourself. Enjoying the change. Ingraining. And I saw how the body went like,
Yeah.
ah. Yeah. Nice. And there is another, and we're about to finish with this, the recorded part, and then we'll stay talking a little bit, you and me. There is another part. Remember, mind, body, emotions, spirituality, society, everything else. There is another part about the freedom that hit me over here, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. There was something that I felt, maybe I'm wrong, you help me and teach me about freedom, like spiritual freedom, like societal freedom, like freedom of being who you are in the context of your network. Is that happening also? Do you feel a little bit more free as a human being spiritually? Do you feel a little bit more confident? I don't know, more uh, free? What happens within you when I mention this? Tell me your real experience a little bit. Emotional freedom.
I think since I've started working with you and the other ladies as well, I've noticed that I'm able to say, I'm feeling this emotion, and this is why I'm feeling this emotion. And I think this is why maybe my body's reacting in this way. Whereas instead before it would just be like this ball of like, oh my God, I can't tolerate whatever this is. This feels awful. Why am I feeling it? And yeah, sometimes it still does feel like that, but I'm able to talk myself round a lot more. And I think knowing more about yourself and the way you react and the way you feel about certain things, I think that gives you a lot more freedom than having been previously quite very closed off.
Yes, yes, I totally agree. And let me just share the image that we learned, we studied together, right? Remember all those processes from level one that we study? Okay, all the processes that make up our human experience and the processes that are commonly abnormal in those people who develop FND, who have problem functioning. And there are so many limbic system emotional processes that we study, that we recognize that are part of our human being. And we have talked about this, how society is not teaching us the emotional language, is not allowing us to express our emotions. On the other hand, many cultures around the world is like, shut up, don't cry, don't complain, do what you must, work. And how that way of being is so detrimental for our health. No one, like schools and doctors and hospitals, like they are not doing this important work of teaching, remembering us, reminding us, and practicing with us. Not only the emotions, but everything that means to be human. And how you have told me, yes, it is so important, that society allow us, that society, family and friends and doctors and everyone that makes up the world for us to recover. This is such an important part of us being humans. And then what we have been doing here, observing our own minds and learning to understand how it behaves, and then about the body, speaking about the body and honoring the body and learning what it means when it gives us attention or a freedom sensation, right? And of course, the autonomic nervous system, uh, which we will maybe cover another day. Kelly, I feel that this for today, education, the educational piece that we wanted to put out. I feel that this has been good and enough. Is there anything else that you would like to share? We will stay, you and I, talking a little bit more, but is there anything else that you would like to share about the health of the upper part of the body, the health of the head and the neck and the shoulders, and the interrelationship of the body with everything else?
I think maybe if you can do little things to make yourself feel more comfortable and treat your body and mind more kindly, then going through functional illnesses will just make those moments of kindness a little bit more tolerable, I think.
Exactly. So more, be more self-aware, more self-care, more meaningful activities or meaningful rest. Huh? Listening more, learning to decipher the messages. Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you so much for being here and doing this with me for the world and sharing your wisdom and your journey. We hope to see you again, in another. We need to find a name for these sessions, right? For this kind of conversation, interactive. Let's find a name and let's do maybe a couple more over the next few weeks or months. A pleasure, Kelly. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here.